www.nigeria. And that conversation cast on the website as well. So all of that, every other programming here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. When you go on our website, you find all of them there. Once again, dot. I am Zaynab Yekeen. My name, yes, I'm Zaynab. Pleasure to meet you. Just listening in. Yes, now you know my name. By the way, we are streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook. Now, just simply search Nigeria 99.3 platforms, YouTube and Facebook. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our page on Facebook. Okay, follow across social media platforms, Twitter at Nigeria, on Instagram, Nigeria, my on X, normally Twitter and Instagram is KZYN. I try to out just so. All right, Lagos. I'm sure in fact all the schools finally are winding down this week. I believe we started ours since Monday. That was last Friday, which concluded and all of that. Now, for parents thinking how to engage these little humans, I want to and now we are even these kids are another headache of how do I engage my child this period. You know, a lot you can do this period. A lot. Like I told you last week, I'm already teaching my child. Me too. I'm learning now how to speak French and all of that. But from my own knowledge, I'm also pouring in how to speak Yoruba. Lots going on this time. So you can teach your child, you can enroll them, you can engage them in several other things. But one thing I must encourage them, responsibility and curiosity. Out in the kitchen. Come by, Abo. Let just come by you for sure. Let them wash the plate if they can. I mean, there are age appropriate tasks that you can engage them. Okay, all of that. You could create a holiday reading challenge with simple storybooks, audio, call them while they are teach them to do. It's important to get also because that's where we are to today. Period to buy time for my guests. So it's very to nourish them. This has been a key component of the brain, and that conversation today. I'm for a break in like 30 seconds, but I will introduce you to what we are discussing today. We are discussing Nigeria's 40 malnourished children inside Lagos battle against child hunger. First, let me ask you before we can break. Let me ask you, what affordable, nutritious foods do you feel, especially those under 2, those under 5? Has your income affected what you feed them? Has your income? Because let's to the timeout. I'll be right back. Stay here.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. With great news. Policy to politics, economies, local and foreign news. Keep you updated on all the happenings. Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's all about Nigeria.
And
I am the situation of our country. But the people responsible for that change brought to go. And that is why sometimes I said, like Nigeria,
99.3
Nigeria Info. With information comes power.
We give you more information.
993.
Nigeria Info.
Let's
Maternity line.
Maternity line.
Lagos, we are on. Go to the maternity line 9.3 Nigeria Info. Zaynab Yekeen. I right before the break. What are you feeding? Don't get it twisted. This is not regular bringing in a dietitian or a nutritionist about what how to feed or better way to infuse to incorporate nutritious balanced diet conversation today. It goes beyond. Let me lay a background to this. First, I would love to introduce my guest, and I will now, lay that background, give that background. My guest is Mopelola. Obìnrin ni mí, Mopelola. I so much love that name. Yes, I have Mopelola with me in the studio. She's a nutrition officer at the Lagos Food Bank Initiative. And there's a lot she does, though. Beyond being a nutritionist, beyond being a dietitian, she's someone, and reason I should have laid that background, to the conversation we are having today, because by now you're already familiar with our regular segment featuring dietitians, nutritionists, and having valuable conversations grounded in clinical expertise. But today's discussion, reason she's here, you will get to know. So, who is she? She's someone who is actively involved in implementing nutrition programs with one of the most active non-profit organizations addressing hunger and nutrition through community-based programs to help us, understand why and how real are these, or the figure, the percentage, the statistics. Is it realistic? Even our own government is telling us that 40% Nigerian students. With due respect to the Nigerian government, I feel like we should cover our face. 40 million Nigerian children suffering malnutrition. Yeah, could you tell? Well, but that's okay. So, essentially, she seamlessly blends her academic knowledge in nutrition with a compassionate spirit, acknowledging the critical role nutrition plays in overall health and development of individuals, particularly among children. Now, don't forget Nigeria's 40 million malnourished children inside Lagos battle against child hunger. Mopelola, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to Maternity Line Show this afternoon. I'm super excited. Oh, apologies, the mic wasn't on.
Okay, good afternoon, Zaynab. It's good to be here. It's good to be speaking to everyone in Lagos, and
it's good to have you here live with me on the show. Now, West and Central African region, including Nigeria, still sees rising numbers of stunted and wasted under fives. And I'm wondering why. Recently, Vice President Kashim Shettima, during a summit about 2 or 3 weeks ago, over 2 weeks ago, dropped a shocking statistics saying that 40% of Nigerian children under the age of 5 are malnourished. And that is staggering 4 in 10 children with long-term consequences. That's almost half of our future robbed of their physical and cognitive potential. This is me thinking, oh, those are my thoughts, oh. And I don't want us to talk about trends that we could, we talk about trends or tackle, or let's create plates, let's have dishes. We've done a lot of that, and we need to dig deep today. Okay, so I just don't want us to have nutritional advice, but systemic breakdowns, of data. 40% of under 5s are malnourished. What does this really mean? And what exactly is child nutrition? Why is it so critical in the first 5 years of life? Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with the actually, according to the recent statistics we have.
Please move closer.
Okay, so we have a lot of a significant amount of children, number of children that are severely malnourished in the country today, not just in Lagos but in Nigeria as a whole. So this malnutrition is not just from just a particular region, although we have a larger percentage of these malnourished children coming from the northeast and the northwestern part of the country due to conflict and displacement, which usually intercepts with poverty. Also and this doesn't just sticks to the northern or the eastern and the northwest or the northeast part of Nigeria. Also, it's cuts across every other parts of the country where help is hard to where they find it difficult to get help, or the areas that we call underserved, underserved communities.
Okay, so I would love to state clearly that while VP Shatima was reeling out the statistics, he was actually represented. It wasn't him, the one at its summit itself. He was represented by an officer who is a chief of staff, So he did not specifically state that it's Lagos or Brno or Katsina or Kaduna or so. He did not. But why we need to have this discussion is because the fact that I did not mention a particular place, right? We know data shows, public health data consistently shows that the northeast, like you rightly referred, and northwest with the highest rate. But does this reflect what by you, Lagos Food Bank Initiative, does this reflect what you are seeing on the ground?
Yeah, it does actually. Though we are centered in Lagos here, and we have majority of the beneficiaries that we look out for in
which includes children.
Yes, including the children, the mothers, the lactating mothers, the pregnant, the teenage mothers. Also, they are majorly from this Lagos Central, and yes. Months in, day out, the number of these children that are malnourished, they keep on increasing. So at least every week we get at least 1 to 2 referred beneficiaries to the food bank.
Wow. Day in, day out, they keep increasing. And this takes me to what I actually saw on your website. I'm looking for it now and I'm going to get it now. While at it, I see that the UNICEF reports that 1 in 3 children worldwide under the age of 5 is not growing well. Now you are even saying that they've increased. Far too many children and young people are eating too little. What's causing the interference? I hope your phone is not too close to the microphone. Okay, thank you. So UNICEF says 1 in 3 children worldwide under the age of 5 is not growing well, and far too many children and young people are eating too little healthy food and too much unhealthy food, right? And why are healthy diets becoming more expensive while unhealthy, non-nutritious diets are becoming cheaper is one of the questions one of the questions rather that UNICEF has put forward. Now, what I was looking for. The Lagos State Food Bank Initiative reports that malnutrition kills over 2,000. Let me just put it the way they put it. Malnutrition kills 2,400 Nigerian children daily. This is not funny. And then because of that, they have gone ahead, your organization has gone ahead to come up with Nome Plan, which has rescued about 102 children. That's 1,200 children from malnutrition. Okay. Then, according to UNICEF, as referenced by LagosStateFoodBank.org, nutrition is responsible for the daily death of 2,400. Lagos, I hope you are listening. This is from a credible source, LagosFoodBank.org. That's .org. Is saying that malnutrition is responsible for the daily death of 2,400 children in Nigeria. While there is limited data on adult malnutrition, in 2024, just last year, about 172 million Nigerians were unable to afford a balanced diet, resulting in insufficient intake of essential nutrients. Now, think about it. The vice president did not say this is exactly where this challenge is happening: Lagos, Nigeria, Oyo State, Ibadan, Akure, or Kano. It did not even reference the northern part of the country, the northwest, north central, okay, northeast, northwest rather. Now, Mopelola, when we talk about malnutrition in children, what are we really saying? I need you to please break it down. Are we talking about stunting? Are we talking about underweight? Or are we talking about eating hunger? What exactly is it?
Thank you, Zaynab. So, when we talk about malnutrition in children, so malnutrition comes in different forms. So, in general, malnutrition means you're either taking the nutrients in excess, or you are taking it under, like either excess or below the recommended rates. So, but in this case, the malnutrition case is either comes in the form of stunting, it comes in the form of wasting, or in the form of underweight. Then there's another form that we call eating hunger. That is what we call micronutrient deficiency. Okay. So, for instance, when we say a child is stunted, that means a child has a low height for its particular age. So, for every child, there is a chart. They call it a weight chart, a growth chart. So you are supposed to mark each height according to the age. So there's a stunting, yes, weight for height zip score. So when you look through it, when we say a child is stunted, it means that this child is supposed to have attained a particular height for this is age. So, but at this age, the child is still looking shorter than normal.
That's when you see a child of, say, 10-year-old and is looking like a 5-year-old.
5 years. Yes, 5 years. And you are wondering that what's happening. So actually the child is stunted. So it must have been as a result of his growth, be it from conception even up to 2 years of age, because those periods are very, 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 very critical in a child's growth. From conception till 2 years of age, those periods are very critical in the child's growth. So anything that have affected the child from birth, from conception, it has a long-term impact on the child. Another form of malnutrition that we look at also is wasting. So for wasting, yes. We say a child is has a low weight for his height, meaning that this child is looking. He's supposed to be, he has a low weight for his height. So if you are checking the growth chart and you are checking this child's weight, you're supposed to check it against the child's height, and he's not looking it's low. So that means we say this child is actually wasting, and it's also what we call
Wasting.
acute malnutrition. Then also we have the third form that says undernutrition. That one is when a child is too thin for his age. That's we say a low weight for age. That means the child is actually too thin for his age. Then the last one is the eating hunger. That one, most times we just look at these children, we look at them that they are doing fine, they look big, they look okay. Whereas there's an eating hunger internally, meaning that micronutrient deficiencies, they lack micronutrient deficiency. That's the vitamin A, the vitamin D, iron deficiency, and these are those children that their immune system is weak. They are those ones that when a child's immune system is weak, it always predisposes these children to childhood illnesses, including pneumonia, diarrhea. So these children, from time to time, they fall sick. All because of eating hunger. So you are looking at my child is healthy, my child looks good, but what is causing the problem? Not knowing that, for instance, you know that the way the old Nigeria is, some families, they prefer to buy food from the streets, and this food from the streets, it might not contain the nutrient that is needed for that child at that particular age or time in his life. So the food might be filling, but yet the child is not getting enough nutrients from that food. So a mother is saying, oh, my child eats well. Once she sees her child's stomach is big, she say, okay, my child is fine, he has eaten. Whereas the nutrient that the child needs is not there. So before you know it, the child is in and out of hospital, falling sick. His immune system is weak. There's anemia there, and this kind of children, their brain development is slow, their cognitive development is slow, is delayed, they are in and out of school, and this also predisposes them to longer risk factors in the future also.
So they are unable to even fight whatever strange body that enters their body. Wow, it's a lot to unpack. I'm sure, Lagos, you've been listening to Mopelola Oladapo, who is live with me on Maternity Line Show, representing the Lagos State Food Bank, Lagos
Food
Bank Initiative. LFBI. To save myself, yes. Have you ever been denied? I mean, have you ever observed the growth of your child and you became somewhat bothered? Did you speak to any nutritionist about it, or a dietitian, or all you always feed your child is pap at akara, morning, afternoon, maybe night, or maybe 3-4 times a week? Are you even troubled about the appearance of your child? Is your current income, affecting the diet, what you feed your child? Right now as we speak, we understand the economy is not smiling, like I like to say. Be a part of this conversation. We have the right people looking into issues like this, and it's not just an organization that is just doing its thing. This is an organization that takes the matter of mother and child to its own heart. So you can call in, ask your questions on how you can even become more proactive in ensuring that your child is getting the right nutrition they need, their body needs. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190, 0809-597-5805. That's the numbers to call. Now, let's move it on. Okay, I have a call. I was going to reiterate. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and good afternoon,
Mrs. Oboli. Good afternoon. Please go ahead, Mrs. Oboli. We can hear you.
Okay. Hearing your beautiful discourse this afternoon, I can't help but wonder, like you've rightly cited, the state of the nation. We're talking about malnutrition. Have we even paused to ponder or ask How many children eat to school when they're going in the morning on a daily basis? We've had parents, teachers calling in to say that they find their children are sleeping, their students are sleeping when they come to school in the morning because parents cannot afford to give them food. How many parents give their children, thank God you've opened the phone lines, how many parents can boast of feeding their kids 3 square meals a day? Medical research have found out that presently malnutrition is responsible for the way we talk, the way we reason. We, the millennials, are coming up, we've come up with more or less malnutrients already. And then the children we are bringing into this world, same. With Zaynab, this is not only maybe under hunger, die hunger, malnutrition, it extends beyond this. The question now is, what is happening in the market? Who is checking the prices for us to be able to afford to buy basic food items for these children? When last did we put egg in their diet? When last did we add or infuse beans, which is proteinous, in their diet? It's more than this. What we have now is stack of carbohydrates, and we can't even access 3 square meal a day. This discussion cuts across not only malnutrition but everything. So I understand what the food bank is trying to do, but I think you should take your campaign to the grassroots because people are going through a lot.
That's right.
The Hausa man, Igbo man, the Yoruba man are speaking one language. Being power. It's really crazy out there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Oboli. Mrs. Oboli has raised a very valid point, and somehow that is taking me to my next question. I don't want to overflog the part of parents not being able to afford what to feed their children. See, this maternity line show did not just start just because Zaynab wants to go on air and say something. This show started based on my own encounter with mothers, with friends. One perfect example that Mrs. Oboli raised, I know of someone who is very close. They cannot afford. They are a couple. They cannot afford. I know what I do with them. I'm not boasting on radio because as a parent too, it hurts so bad. Sometimes I have to come in. Even in the morning when you're going to school, sometimes you just buy puff 100 naira. And it breaks my heart. Parents are unable to afford. So a parent who cannot even afford to buy what a child to prepare breakfast for a child at home, would such parents even think of balanced diet for such child or children? It's heartbreaking. And this takes me to my next question, to be very honest. My next question is, what challenges are mothers in informal settlements like Makoko, Ajegunle, or Ijorabadi, as facing when it comes to feeding their children nutritiously? I believe Lagos Food Bank Initiative may have one or two to say about this.
All right. So for those areas are actually like areas that we call the underserved communities.
That's right.
They are more underserved, and when you go there, you interact with them one-on-one. So one thing the Lagos Food Bank does is that, apart from giving these food items, because most times we have a general outreaches where we go out, we have a TFAP outreach where we give them food items. So on the lookout, we also do a malnutrition check for these children. Also, we do a malnutrition check for these children where we are able to monitor these children. We're able to check them. Okay, we are able to check them, their nutrition assessment. We check them, each of the children, when we see them. So we are able to know what the problem is, where the problem is actually coming from. Then we are able to provide solution to this problem. And another thing about this thing is that, that some of these mothers or these parents in general, they live on their daily bread. It is what they work for in a day that they feed on. For instance, like a mother or a family that they earn like a 1,400 naira per day, a 1,000 naira per day, and they have to feed on that. Looking at their child that is malnourished, they will have to weigh both. They will have to weigh both options. Sitting down with the child at home, trying to feed the child, trying to do this, trying to run around for the child, or going out there. Not forgetting that they have other children in that same household they have to feed. So they will look at the
They
way
have
both
to weigh
options.
both
Yes.
options.
Do I sit back at home, take care of this single one, or I go out there and fend for the other children, bring money back home so that these other people can also benefit from it? Like I also mentioned that, we say that I mentioned earlier that these parents, what they tend to do is that they give the children, they buy food on the street. They say, okay, let's settle for food on the street.
And that's what happens.
Yes, most times, and they give the children. They say, okay, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. They give the children, but this food are actually filling, but they are not nutritious. So they are part of the thing that causes this malnutrition. Yes, and some another issues that these people in those underserved areas have is the fact that they lack nutrition education, adequate nutrition education, where they are able to tell them that, okay, you do not have to do everything. You don't have to go out of your way. You do not have to go out of what you don't have. The little you have, you can just mix them together, incorporate them together, join one or two things together. Then you're able to put something on your table and it will still be nutritious. For instance, I remember you mentioning the pap. Fine. Also, pap is also one of the complementary food that we are supposed to give to these children. But we tell them that, okay, these children, they have age. They are, as their ages are growing, the consistency is supposed to be increasing, and also there are also other things that you have in your house that you can fortify the pap with. We tell a mother now, okay, this your pap that you are giving a child plain, you are adding a sachet of milk. Firstly, this milk, this child cannot digest it, so it's not going to work in the child's body. So better still, there are other things that are easily accessible. Soya bean. Some of them will even tell you that, soya bean is too expensive. We tell you that, okay, you are in your area, fish is rampant. You have fish, you have crayfish. Do it, blend it together.
I went as far as including almond, soya beans.
Then we tell you that when you are cooking your pap, when you are doing your pap on the fire, add it to it. Those alone can make they add nutrients to this pap.
All right.
Then also for like Mrs.
Oboli
mentioned that the children also do not take food to school. Like another thing the Lagos Food Bank do is that we have a school feeding program actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's the Edu Food program where we provide meals to school children in also low cost private primary schools. And sometimes we also reach out to some of these government schools where we provide them with meals twice in a week.
All right.
And the thing is that these children too, see where the issue of poverty is in Nigeria. These children on a normal day, when they go to school, they go to school with at least 100 naira for them to enter school for that day. That is the entrance fee for that day. It's like it's 100 naira per day. So the day you do not have the 100 naira, you can sit at home. Yes.
So I'm trying to understand why.
Because
is that the gate fee?
It's like instead of you paying the general school fees, so you can pay it each day. So when you want to come to school a day, you pay 100 naira. So these schools, they pay as low as 100 naira. So the Lagos Food Bank introduced the program, the Edu Food program. It has been running for years now. Over 2019, we've been running the program, and it's still standing till now, where we provide meals to these children on Tuesday.
You just want to talk about everything Lagos Food Bank already, and people have been trying to call into the show. The numbers to call 0201 277099 0201 4657190, WhatsApp 009 5975805. You have said a lot that Lagos Food Bank initiative has been up to, and I'm wondering who is bankrolling you. Yes, of course. It's important to talk about collaboration. Is the Lagos State government a part of this? Because I understand Lagos State government has a nutrition department under the Ministry of Health. And from your experience, how would you assess Lagos State's efforts in addressing child malnutrition?
Okay, so I will not sideline the Lagos State part because most times when these children we have a collaboration with the primary health care centers in Lagos State.
Great.
So when they have these children that are malnourished, because they know that they at the health centers they provide them with ready-to-use therapeutic foods at the health centers. They provide them with paste, this granite paste, this RETF paste for the children. But they also refer them to us because they know that they will get extra support from our end. So at least the Lagos State government is trying their best.
Great.
Yes. Then before then they now refer them to us for further nutrition support.
Because I mean that's your core. That's what you do full time. Okay, we are about 4 minutes before we wrap up the show. Okay, I have this one. This one is coming from Cecilia. Cecilia says, good afternoon, Zaynab. Great show. Please, I'd love to ask, how can one be a part of the Lagos Food Bank initiative? Cecilia from Ichushaga.
Okay, so you can be a part of the Lagos Food Bank initiative in various ways. You can come in as a donor, you can come in as a partner, you can come in as a volunteer. So sometimes we might not have something to give, but when we are able to volunteer our time, volunteer our skills, then you're also doing something, you're also giving back. So you can be a part by just go to our website www.lagosfoodbank.org. Anything you want to become, if you want to be a donor, you can click on the link to donate. If you want to partner with us, you can send us a message via the website. Or if you want to become a volunteer also, you want to donate your time, you want to donate your skill. We have people that are nutritionists, we have people that are medical doctor, we have people that are community workers also.
Okay.
They can also donate their time also by volunteering.
All right. I would love to ask for caregivers, especially parents who may be listening to us. I would love for you to tell us some simple, affordable, local foods that can make a difference in a child's nutrition. They probably want to incorporate this holiday season, especially when they don't have to wake up the child early to go to school. So they probably have more time. They have to go to work, but they could still have time to prepare something.
Okay. All right.
Worthwhile.
So I'll just mention the way I usually mention it to my beneficiaries. I call them beneficiaries when they come to the food bank. So I say you don't have to go out of your way. What you have in your house, use it to prepare food for your children. For instance, let me just mention firstly the rice. Instead of giving your child this rice, white rice and stew, you can make it in concoction rice. Those ones that people call concoction rice. Sometimes these rice are actually more richer because in it you have the vegetable oil. It gives nutrients, it gives vitamins, it gives minerals.
Not the rancid vegetable oil, 30%
not that one. Yes. Yes. And if you cannot use the vegetable, you can use palm oil also. Yes, the one they call native rice. You can turn it. Then also, if you have vegetable, any type of vegetable, you slice it, put it in the rice.
Ugu, tete, shoko.
Then just make sure exactly. Then you put pepper in it. Then you put if there's crayfish, if there's no crayfish, you use fish. Just sprinkle it. Yes, sprinkle it into it. Your child is fine. You have already, because in that rice there's already carbohydrates, there's protein, there's fats, there's oil, there's vitamin, there's minerals. To you it looks like ordinary, but yet it's already complete.
It's packed with nutrients.
Yes. Then for those parents that this holiday season, breakfast cereal, breakfast I want to give my child pap. This breakfast I want to give my child. Most times parents do pap and custard. So that pap and custard, instead of you giving them plain, you can do egg custard for these children.
Okay.
It's very simple. Just and one egg, then the pap or the custard, anyone you are making use of, you break the egg into it. Make sure you cook both on the fire.
All right.
Then you have already prepared another meal for your child. You give them give them swallow also, but just in the right quantity and proportion. Yeah,
by swallow, you can even make a gbegiri soup, peel your beans and all the process. You can check that out on YouTube, how to do all of that. Now we have to go. Thank you so much, everyone. But before we go, finally, if you had 30 seconds or let's say a minute to speak directly to policymakers or donors, what will be your message in this regard?
Okay, so to policymakers, to donors, I'll tell you that let us stick to, instead of making promises, let us start the action. All the promises, it's time to start action. action. It's time to take action to all the promises we have made. Let's invest in maternal and child nutrition, because the results, you see the results. The results are visible. It's not one that you do that you won't see the result. The results are visible. Let's also support mothers that are breastfeeding. Let's support mothers that are
pregnant
lactating.
women too.
Yes, let's support them. Let's support everyone that are in this.
And we have to go. Unfortunately, Lagos, thank you so much for doing this with me. Stay tuned for Downfall Conversations and, of course, Hard Facts and Borderlines, which comes right after Intersection. Good afternoon.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria.